Welcome to the heart of southern Africa, to a land that stretches across 900,000 square kilometers of awe-inspiring space. This is the Kalahari, a name whispered on the wind, a landscape that promises both immense challenge and profound beauty. It is an ancient kingdom of sand and sun, covering much of Botswana and reaching into the souls of Namibia and South Africa. The name itself, Kalahari, is a story derived from the Tswana word kala, meaning the great thirst. It speaks of a land defined by its lack, a place where vast areas are blanketed in iconic red sand without a single drop of permanent surface water in sight. Here, the sun reigns supreme, and the horizon seems to stretch into eternity. Yet, this story of thirst is not the whole truth. It is merely the first chapter. Our journey is to uncover the secrets held within this so-called waterless place, to find the hidden pulse of life that beats just beneath its parched skin. Prepare to have your perceptions of the desert transformed forever. We begin by embracing the climate, the very force that shaped this land. The summer temperature is a formidable presence, soaring to highs that demand respect and stillness. The driest regions receive as little as 110 millimeters of rain a year, a mere whisper of moisture in a world of intense light. This is a semi-desert, a landscape of nuance, not an absolute. Unlike the stark, shifting dunes of the Namib to the west, the Kalahari holds on to life with a stubborn grace. After the brief, precious rains, huge tracts of land explode into a sea of green, offering some of the finest grazing on the continent. Altitude is the Kalahari's secret moderator, with its vast plateau ranging from 600 to 1,600 meters. This elevation gifts the region a cooler temperament than the searing Sahel or Sahara, even allowing for the surprise of winter frost from June to August. It is a land of extremes, where scorching days can give way to surprisingly cold, star-filled nights. The dry season is a long, patient wait, lasting 8 months or more, a test of endurance for all who live here. Then, the wet season arrives, often in a dramatic fury of heavy thunderstorms that can last for a few precious months. In the sunniest parts of the Kalahari, the sky is a brilliant, uninterrupted canvas for over 4,000 hours each year. To understand the Kalahari's rhythm is to understand the sky. Its climate is a grand dance of atmospheric forces, dominated by the powerful Kalahari High anticyclone in winter, creating the long dry spell. In summer, this gives way to a thermal low, a vortex of heat that pulls life-giving moisture from the distant Indian Ocean. The landscape itself tells a story of water's ghost. Ancient dry riverbeds, known as Uramba, carve faint paths across the northern reaches. For most of the year they are silent, but during the rainy season, they miraculously fill, providing standing pools of water that draw life from all corners. The great salt pans of Makgadikgadi and Etosha are the most dramatic evidence of this seasonal cycle. They are immense, shimmering voids, seasonally inundated plains that transform into mirrors reflecting the sky. These are the desert's ephemeral inland seas. The great salt pans of Makgadikgadi and Etosha are the most dramatic evidence of this seasonal cycle. They are immense, shimmering voids, seasonally inundated plains that transform into mirrors reflecting the sky. These are the desert's ephemeral inland seas. But what if I told you this great thirst is a relatively new phenomenon? The Kalahari holds a deep, dark, and very wet secret. We must journey back in time, deep into the earth, to find the truth of what this land once was. Inside Quihaba Cave in Botswana, fossilized flora and fauna whisper a forgotten history. They tell us that as recently as 11,000 years ago, this entire region was much wetter and cooler. The Kalahari we see today is but a shadow of its former, lusher self. Imagine not a desert, but a colossal ancient lake, Lake Makgadikgadi, dominating the landscape. It may have once covered an astonishing 120,000 square kilometers, a shimmering jewel in the heart of Africa. The pans we see today are merely the salt-crusted footprints of this long-vanished megalake. Look closely, even from space, and you can see the faint outlines of ancient dikes and dams. These are the relics of a time when the climate was moist enough for farming, when people engineered the land to hold onto its watery abundance. The desert floor is a history book written in earth and sediment. The water did not all disappear. Much of it simply went underground. Beneath the Kalahari lie huge subterranean reserves, hidden aquifers of ancient water. The most spectacular of these is Dragon's Breath Cave, the largest known non-subglacial underground lake on Earth, a silent, dark ocean beneath the sand. This legacy of water is why the Kalahari is so surprisingly full of life. It's not a true desert, but a xeric savanna, a complex tapestry of hardy grasses like Schmidtia and Eragrostis. This ground cover, however sparse in places, is the anchor for a vibrant ecosystem. Look to the trees that define the skyline, each a masterpiece of survival. The iconic camelthorn and gray camelthorn acacias provide shade and sustenance, their deep roots tapping into moisture far below. The shepherd's tree stands as a green beacon, a symbol of resilience in the dry expanse. And from this tough earth springs unique treasures, like the kawano fruit, the horned melon. Its spiky, golden-orange exterior protects a bright green, jelly-like flesh. It is a taste of the wild Kalahari, a burst of cool, refreshing life endemic to this very region. Now, witness the Kalahari's greatest miracle, the ultimate defiance of its name. In the northwest, a single, permanent river, the Okavango, chooses not to find the sea. Instead, it flows inland and spills its life-giving waters into the sands, creating a vast inland delta. This is where the Thirstland quenches. The Okavango Delta is an emerald oasis, a web of marshes, lagoons, and channels pulsing with a concentration of life unmatched anywhere. It is the breathtaking climax of our story, where water triumphs over sand. Here, the true kings and queens of the Kalahari gather. The deep-chested roar of a black-maned Kalahari lion echoes across the plains at dusk. The sleek, spotted form of a cheetah, the world's fastest land animal, scans the horizon for its next meal. Prompt 22. Graceful herds of gemsbok, their spear-like horns etched against the sunset, move with a quiet elegance. Wildebeest and springbok gather in their thousands, their movements a constant, flowing river of life across the savanna. This is a predator's paradise and a grazer's haven. Look to the skies, and you'll find an equal drama unfolds. The formidable martial eagle soars on the thermals, while the bizarre and wonderful secretary bird stalks through the grass on long legs. At night, the haunting call of the giant eagle owl becomes the soundtrack to the starlit wilderness. And when the rains do come to the Makadikati pans, a breathtaking spectacle occurs. The desolate flats are transformed into a shallow lake, and tens of thousands of flamingos arrive, blanketing the water in a living carpet of brilliant pink. It is a fleeting, magical celebration of water's return. But the story of the Kalahari is incomplete without its oldest human inhabitants, the people who know its every secret. For 20,000 years, this has been the home of the San people. They are the original masters of this environment, the ultimate hunter-gatherers. The San move through this landscape not as visitors, but as an integral part of it. They read the land like a text, finding water in plant roots and desert melons, and hunting with an ancient skill that has been passed down through countless generations. Their knowledge is the desert's living library. Their lives are a testament to a sustainable existence, living in huts built from branches and grass, and storing precious water in the hollowed-out shells of ostrich eggs. To watch them is to witness a deep, unbroken connection between humanity and the wild. They don't just survive the great thirst, they thrive within its embrace. Today, the Kalahari is also home to Tswana, Kalagati, and Herero peoples, as well as European settlers, each adding their own chapter to its story. Cities like Windhoek even rise from the greater Kalahari Basin, a testament to modern ingenuity in a timeless land. The modern world brings new challenges, a new kind of thirst for the resources that lie beneath the sand, such as diamonds. This has led to a complex struggle over land and tradition, a story that is still unfolding. It is a poignant reminder that even in this vast wilderness, the pressures of the 21st century are never far away. So when you leave the Kalahari, you take with you more than just memories of red sand and brilliant stars. You carry the understanding that this is not a place of absence, but a place of hidden abundance, of breathtaking resilience, and of a spirit that has quenched the soul for millennia. The Great Thirst is not just a description of the land. It is an invitation to look deeper, to find the life that always, always endures.